If you do one thing when you're in Langkawi, make sure it is the mangrove boat tour. Tickets included transfers, so we were picked up in this cute little bus, and then we did have to wait around in the lobby for about an hour, which was a bit annoying. However, this was well worth the wait. We boarded onto these little boats, and then our first stop was the Gua Kelawar Bat Cave. This was 2 ringgit per person to enter, so do make sure you bring some cash. We were greeted by some monkeys, and then we went into the Bat Cave, which was just covered with bats hanging upside down. Our tour guide was really knowledgeable and gave us loads of information, and then we went out and we saw more monkeys in the wild. We were waiting as they pulled the boats around, and there were more monkeys surrounding us again. Do listen to the advice that the guides give, though. They told us to keep our bags in the boat, otherwise the monkeys would jump on them, and lo and behold, people that brought bags did get jumped on. We were then back onto the boat to our next destination, which was a fish farm. This was where we were going to have our lunch, so if anyone wanted to order fresh fish, this was their opportunity to do so. Whilst we were here, they showed us around the various fish and showed us feeding some of the fish as well. The highlight was definitely this ginormous stingray who we sort of lured out the water with the food. We got back on the boats, and our next stop was Crocodile Cave. There are not actually crocodiles here, it's just because of the shape of the rock formation. We spotted some more monkeys here, and then we went through the void in the cave, and I feel like it's quite hard to see, but this was a family of monkeys. There were so many, it was so cute. At this point we put life jackets on because we were going out to more like open sea, and we went quite fast as well. It was really fun. We then noticed there were lots of eagles flying overhead. The captain put some fish into the water, and oh my god, this was just amazing. Just so many eagles so close. It was, yeah, just an amazing experience. We also spotted, I think it was a white-bellied eagle in the tree. Then we were on to our next spot. So we spotted a lighthouse, this sort of mountain that looks like a gorilla, a jellyfish, and then we stopped off at a private beach. We got off the boats and then we stayed here for some time so we could go swimming, and it was so lovely and peaceful. Again, there were monkeys here which did try to steal people's stuff. I think they did get someone's sun cream, so do be careful about leaving your stuff unattended. Got back on the boats and drove around some more before returning to the fish farm for lunch. So this was the Isia floating restaurant, and we got this lunch included in the package as well. We were then also really lucky to see some otters playing on the raft. The cost of this was 100 ringgit per person, which included transfers and lunch, and I would highly, highly recommend that you do this.